TikToker Trayvon Woodbury confirmed his dad had a gay for pay past. Yes, he found it out when he was only 13 while watching spicy content with friends. Trayvon says he's come to terms with the situation, but took $10,000 from his dad and moved to LA. He found dad nude and online. Watch this. So TikToker Trayvon Woodbury is spilling wild family tea after confirming the internet's suspicions. Yes, his dad had a gay for pay pass. Trayvon found it out at 13 while watching spicy content with friends. One scroll, one ad, and boom, there was his dad, fully exposed, staring back. He confirmed, quote, "Dad, did you do gay porn?" After followers clocked the resemblance first, the two eventually had an honest conversation, and Trayvon says he's come to terms with the situation in his own way. He jokes that he took $10,000 from his dad and moved to LA. Talk about turning family drama into a relocation plan. Watch this.
Dad did do gay porn. You guys are absolutely right. Somebody commented on my video recently and was like, wait, didn't your dad do gay porn? Like, blah, blah, blah. And then people are like, we need this lore. We need the story time. And there's no, like, real story time. I've already talked about it before, and I've also showed who my dad was, and then I took it down because I realized, like, that's a little weird. Like, that's a little weird. I didn't show the porn. Like, that's crazy. I would never do that. I don't want to look at that. I saw it by accident when I was a kid, and I never want to see it again. But I'm just saying, I'm comfortable talking about it. It's odd, but I've been dealing with people telling me my dad is so hot and all these things since I was a little kid, but if you were to see him today, you'd be like, oh. Ugly, just like his soul. Mean man. Terrible. Sorry. Sorry. But anyways, the story is just that when I was a kid, I used to watch porn with my friends, and we were watching gay porn together, and all my girlfriends, we were all watching it together. And one day we were like scrolling, and an ad popped up, and I was like, and my friend's like, what? And I was like, go back up. She goes back up, and I was like, go back down, go back down, go back down. It was my dad. It was my dad, like, promoting, like, he was the ad, and he was completely nude and holding himself and looking up at the camera, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what, 13 at the time? So that definitely traumatized me a little bit. And then my dad found out that I knew, and he was like, I was gonna have this conversation with you when you got older, but, like, whatever, I can have it with you now. Like, yeah, I've done some shit for money, and, like, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I was like, I'm not judging. I don't care. I just wish I never saw it. Like, I didn't need to see you naked. But then it got to the point where he was like, I remember I lived with him for a very short period of time in middle school. It was like a weird situation. Very, very short period of time, though. It was back in Maine. He came up to Maine from Florida. And I lived with him in like the 7th grade, I think. And I remember he was showing me pictures of girls, and he was like, I'm booking another gig. I'm whispering it now as if I haven't been saying this whole time. And he was like, which girl do you think is the prettiest? And I was like, I'm gay, which I was openly gay in 7th grade. But I was like, I guess her, hideous, ugly. Sorry, like, I don't know. I don't know. Sorry to talk about a woman like that, but she just wasn't very cute. They didn't give him very many good options. But I knew it was getting really even weirder after that is when he was taking my digital camera and he was taking pictures of stuff he was doing with women. I remember one time I was scrolling through my camera that he took from me, deleting photos that he was taking because I was really uncomfortable, and there was a Corona bottle up a girl's. I have a lot of trauma now that I'm thinking about it. I've seen a lot of things that I just shouldn't have seen, especially at that age. But yeah, I think that my dad has become like a really insufferable person, and I think that I think it stems from a lot of insecurity. I think that because he did gay for pay, he did straight, he did gay for pay as well, but I think that the gay for pay opened up something in his brain and made him realize that he might like men, and it really was something that he didn't want to come to terms with, and he's been suppressing it ever since. Because he's like really ashamed of the fact that he did that. I don't care if he cares that I'm talking about it, but he's been really ashamed, like, for the rest of his life for doing that, and like holds a lot of like he holds it over his own head as if anybody cares, and nobody's ever cared, just him. And I think it's because he likes both. I think he likes men, and I've heard that there's like a gay gene, and I think I got it from my dad. I definitely didn't get it from my mom. My mom did dabble a little bit with women, and it wasn't for her. She's not interested, you can tell. That is a straight woman. But I mean, I feel like she'd kiss a girl. No problem. My mom loves the gays. She isn't gay, but if she was gay, she'd be like, woo, 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 woo. You know, I'm gay. You know what I mean?
Trayvon, thank you for the laugh, my friend. He found dad nude and online. What are we all talking about? Let's just say Trayvon needs some therapy. I mean, he's got a lot going on.
It's a train wreck. What a train! Like this poor kid watching, watching his 13 years old.
Yes.
He's gay with his friends. They're all together watching gay porn, and they see the dad. Oh my God!
And then him growing up, and his friends always saying, "Your dad is hot. Your dad is hot," because his dad was giving off the vibe.
Do we know who it is? Do we know who the dad is?
No, I don't.
We are going to.
We have to look it up.
Yeah,
we have to look it up because, I mean, you know. Just from my seat, I really think that the dad is gay and suppressed all those feelings for all that time. And just
gay
thought.
For pay. Can we talk about like gay
Please,
for pay?
Of course.
Like it. How are these guys? So there's REMIX, which is like an injectable Viagra, which you put on your penis and
directly into the penis.
Yeah, and then gorges you and it makes you hard for a little while and then it wears off. But are they using that because they don't really like guys? Are they actually getting hard? And if they're actually getting hard, there is nothing on earth that is going to get me hard that doesn't turn me on.
Well, they have fluffers.
You know
as
what?
You know,
they can watch porn. Some of them, the Latin ones, if you look at them, they watch porn in the background with female porn, and that turns them on, and then they start going on with it. But they're making out with these guys.
Yeah.
You know, they're down there sucking them off. They're sucking them off. Like, everybody's sucking each other, and then they penetrate each other, and they're hard. How do you continue to do that if you're not like on the Kinsey
if you're
scale?
not into it?
If you're not into it, like a little bit.
Yeah.
And you only need to be into it a
little bit. You don't have to be. Yeah, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't even mean that you're gay.
It doesn't.
You know what I mean?
Like,
but it's just.
Why can't you just sort of like hang? Well, you can't. You gotta put yourself in a box. You gotta put yourself in a label. You know, I'm not gay, bro. I'm like, I had this customer come in at the bar, and he's like, I'm not gay, and he's walking around shirtless, hanging out with the guys at the cigar social, like hanging out with them. Why?
There's so many other places that you could be at, that surrounded by women.
What? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get it. A gay guy will come to the bar. If there are a couple of women there, then his odds are pretty good. There's no women there. Why are you still there? Because my friends are gay. Great. Thank you for your support. Why is your shirt off?
Yeah. Yeah. Why are you sucking off that guy?
Well, is it just like this deep requirement for validate? Do you want to be validated by gay dudes? Like, do gay dudes, like, I think.
It's confusing. It's super confusing, you know. I mean, and this poor kid, I mean, obviously now, you know, he's of age, but he's been carrying this around for a while, and he seems traumatized by the whole thing also. I mean, imagine just, you know, like, if you had children, it'd be a high probability that your kid could go looking for something and find some stuff of yours.
I have friends that are that go on to the Twitter, and they're like, no. It's me. No. God damn it. No.
I'm not seeing that.
No.
I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that.
Sorry.
Well, look, Trayvon, we say here at the Faye What Show that there is nothing wrong with getting a little bit of help. I think it would do you good to talk to somebody. That's a lot.
And slow down. You talk a little.
Oh my God. Yes. Like, you make me seem like I talk slow AF. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I mean, like, it felt like you had 3 coladas before you started that video. And it was like, and what I said about my father, because I was a kid, I was like, whoa.
You're trying to fit it into the time type frame.
You didn't. It was still too long. But I enjoyed every second of it. Listen, Trey, we wish you the best. Honestly, there's a lot of good things that come out with having a half gay dad. You know what I mean? But he might also, it might also hit him like a ton of bricks sometime, and it might not be cute. You know, it might not be good.
It might manifest in some bad way. So, like,
well, he said he's an evil person. He even said that his dad was a bad person. So, I mean, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Is he a maggot? Who knows? We don't know. You know, but when you're self-loathing and you hate yourself, Alex, you can't help but relay that to others and be just an unkind person.
Why are you ashamed that you're turned on by it? Like, what's so shameful about that?
Why are you ashamed that you got a paycheck? You got a paycheck. That's your out. That's your out to so many people.
Don't even get me started. It's like, you have sex for free and I get paid, but somehow I'm the idiot.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Not according to my Zelle.
No.
This is an important conversation for our LGBTQ plus community. Help us tell these important stories by liking and